guys, welcome back to the vlog. So today is actually a Tuesday. I'm kicking off this vlog. Just about to head out pretty shortly. I'm actually gonna like have a bite to eat and then I'll head out. And I'm gonna be getting my hair redone today. Not doing anything crazy with my hair. I'm pretty much just planning to give it a little bit of a refresh. So I've got a balayage in my hair. As you can tell, my hair is naturally like nearly black. I don't know if you'd call it black or like a super dark brown, but yeah, I've just booked in to go and get it kind of touched up and to bring some of that color back up to the top because it's starting to grow out a little bit. Really hate it when it like gets to that point where when you put your hair into a ponytail, you've just got like all of this part is dark and then the ponytail is blonde. So we're going to remedy that situation today. Go in, get my color kind of touched up, maybe just like give it a bit of a trim and like a bit more face framing because I feel like all those little bits have grown out. Yeah, so it's not going to be like anything super dramatic. I'm trying to just be better with like my hair appointments in terms of like maintaining my hair because I tend to get lazy and leave it for a really long time and then like, you know, go in like once a year and get it like super chopped. But yeah, trying to maintain the color and keep it looking nice. I think they've booked it out for like 3 or 4 hours, so it's going to be a long one sitting in the chair. So it's currently maybe like 10ish. My appointment's at 11, so I'm just gonna have a bite to eat before I go. I think I'm just gonna make like a smoothie or something really easy to kind of tide me over. It's like over that really awkward time period too. Like when you have an appointment at 11 that's gonna take 3 to 4 hours, it's like, do I eat like lunch now or do I just wait it out? I don't know. So I'm just gonna have something small and then we'll see how we go. But yeah, that is the plan for this morning. Billy, a bit of news with Billy. I mean, is there such thing as like dog TMI? I don't know. Billy at the moment is actually on her first heat. We decided that we're going to spay her, I think, after her first heat and just let her have that, like at least that one. I know that there's a lot of, not controversy, but debate between like what's better in terms of spaying like at 6 months or not spaying at all, or spaying like after their first or second heat, like letting them have at least those 1 to 2 cycles. So I'm thinking we're gonna just let her have this one heat cycle and then we might spay her after that, but who knows, I might change my mind in the end. That's the current plan. But yeah, so she's just been a little bit more like agitated than usual. We've put like towels down over the couch because she still likes to sit up here and we've taken up the rug. Anyway, that might be like a little bit TMI for people that don't have dogs or really care for this kind of stuff. So that is the plan. This morning I'm actually feeling a little bit flat. I don't know, just feeling like a little bit down in the dumps today. So hopefully like after I go and get my hair done and stuff, I'll just start perking up a little bit and feeling a little bit more happy chappy. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just feeling a bit gross today. Just sometimes I think it's nice to mention because we're not always all feeling super happy chappy, and that's kind of life, like riding the cycles of ups and downs. But today just feels like a little bit more of a down day, so yeah. Anyway, just keeping it real with you guys. I'm gonna make a smoothie, just something really basic. I don't feel like we've got anything super yummy in the house at the moment, so it's probably just gonna be like berries and collagen peptides, maybe some chia as well, but keeping it real simple today. And in case you guys are interested, this is the protein that I still use at the moment. So this is the No Way protein by ATP Science. It's basically a collagen peptides based protein powder. It's really nice and clean. It's like one of the more clean ones, especially like if you're someone that doesn't do well on like pea protein and other plant proteins. Collagen peptides seem to be the way to go, kind of the least potential for reaction, I suppose, and the flavor is pretty minimal. So if you're looking for a protein powder that's gonna like add heaps of flavor to a smoothie, this probably isn't it. It's very subtle, so it's like the other ingredients that you put in are going to be providing the flavor. If I had bananas today, I would pop half a banana into this smoothie, but we're out of bananas, so it's just gonna be blueberries. It's not gonna be like the most tasty smoothie in the world, but it'll do the job. I'm actually gonna put in a sprinkle of hemp seeds, which kind of just make it nice and nutty, and then also some chia. So we have fast forwarded through 4 hours or so, and I've just gotten home. Hair is done and I'm really happy with it. So she put in like a few more of these like bits at the front, which kind of just like lightens the hair around your face, which is really nice. Did a little bit more like little face framey pieces, which are nice like when you put your hair in a ponytail. Feeling super fresh and a lot brighter than before. Yeah, so I'm really happy with it. The other thing that I love about going to the hairdresser is just that they actually do your hair properly. Although the curls that she did today are like nice, but she's done like nicer ones in the past. I like it when they're like a little bit more straight on the ends, if that makes sense. But yeah, I always feel like super good like just after they've done your hair, because I could just never curl my hair to this standard. Whenever I do curls with a flat iron, they look good for a while and then they fall, and I don't know. Maybe I need to get like a barrel curler, although I've done those in the past and I end up looking like a lot more poodly ringlet curls. So I don't know, maybe I just have to get better using the flat iron, or maybe I need to get like a smaller flat iron. I only have like the wide one. I have just picked up Nick, so he's back home, and I think we're gonna get started on making some dinner. So we actually just stopped by Woolies, and I think we're gonna do a pretty basic, just a really easy dinner tonight because we're not ultra prepared. This whole week has been like kind of thrown off because we haven't done like a proper food shop.
So we were away doing Australia
well no, that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh no, we were just lazy.
It was just, no, we weren't even just lazy. We were literally just so busy with all of the Father's Day stuff on the weekend. Right, we spent the whole weekend running from place to place. Honestly, just didn't really get a good amount of time. We just kind of picked up a few things. We're like, that'll do, and we'll just wing it for the rest of the week. So tonight we are going to do fish and some, I'm craving chips. Like I could have easily been swayed to go buy grilled tonight, but we're gonna be good. And instead I'm gonna try and make some chippies. So we've got, these are like not white potatoes, but they're not sweet potatoes.
No, they are white potatoes. They're just purple, like purple skin.
Purple skin.
I got them because
they were out of sweet potatoes.
They didn't have any sweet potatoes.
So I'm gonna see if I can turn them into chips. And then we've just got some zucchini, some cauliflower, and a random beetroot that was still in our fridge. So gonna make some kind of dinner out of all of this. I'm gonna see if I can get these to be crispy. It should be more successful with a white potato than it would be with a sweet potato. Sweet potatoes are just hard to get to be crispy chips because they just tend to hold more moisture. So when you put them in the oven, it's just harder to get them really like nice and dry. Got like a tablespoon or so of coconut oil that I just warmed up. Spice-wise, I'm just gonna do salt, pepper, and a good sprinkle of some dried rosemary just for a little bit of flavor. Okay, so now that they're all nice and evenly coated, I'm just gonna pop them into our tray. Another tip for getting them crispy is just to make sure that they're really well spaced out so they're not like too close together.
Tonight, so I think I'll just put in the fish onto the pan, I'll get that started, then I'll put the zucchini in together, and I'll probably just do it with a bit of salt and pepper. Just keep it nice and simple. It's a bit of a time saver and it's easy enough to just cook it all at once. Doesn't really change too much to the flavour unless you're really thingy about the fish, so.
Okay, dinner is all done. Chips are looking pretty crispy, so hopefully they taste good. Also got some beetroot that I chucked in as well to roast, our zucchini, our fish, and we're good to go. Okay, we are going to watch some of our shows. Always keep you guys up to date with what we're watching. The moment we are watching, is it season 2?
Season 2 of The Order.
Of The Order. Gotta say, I'm not a fan of this show. I don't really like it that much. I think in season 1 we were reasonably, like, it was okay, like it was watchable.
They did do what I thought it was.
Broke it into 2 parts.
Yeah, like, sorry, that's another.
The whole thing. But yeah, season 2 is just really not doing it for me. And I don't know if that's as well, like, you know, you watch 1 season of something and it takes like a year to bring out the 2nd season. Like, I've already forgotten what was happening before and I'm just like less invested. That's what we are watching currently. I also managed to blast through like heaps, I think like the whole thing of Haunted, which is like supposedly true stories about hauntings. If you guys are into anything like that, that was a little bit of fun. I don't think it's like true stories. Maybe some of them are like based on some true events, but yeah, if you're interested in paranormal stuff, that's an option on Netflix. It's called Haunted. I'll probably continue this vlog tomorrow or another day this week. Good morning, guys, and welcome back. It is now a Saturday. It is now a Saturday and we're gonna go out and get some coffee. There's been like this guy that has like a coffee van down at the park, so we're gonna go buy one from him because we haven't bought coffee in a while, to be honest. I'm gonna take Billy for a walk, maybe go sit by the water. A few things going on today, which we'll probably get to at some point, but we're gonna go out to get caffeinated. So we have gotten our coffees and he actually did keep cups, which is pretty rare at the moment, but like he's got a few extra rules to try and keep it like all sanitary and stuff. I have got a long black with a dash of almond milk and Nick has
Almond flat white, my go-to.
and we are just chilling in like the best spot around here. We're like sitting in the garden bed. I don't know how to describe it. We're like this little ledge over here near the water, which is really nice, and we've got Billy in between us. And you got a little treat as well.
A naughty treat.
She got a naughty wheat treat.
Naughty wheaty treaty.
We don't really give Billy any like biscuity snacks because
She follows a whole food diet.
a whole
just like
food,
us.
raw food doggy diet. But he offered like a little dog biscuit. What did he say? He was like, can she have it or something?
Yeah, as he's like taking it out of the container and breaking it up.
And like, you don't want to sound like someone that's like so, I don't know. I don't want to be like that annoying person that's like, oh, excuse me, sir, my dog is gluten free. So, you got a cheeky wheat biscuit, but don't get those very often. Okie dokie. So, it's a little bit later in the morning and we are just heading out to computer store. I don't know anything about computers, but Nick is doing like a computer build.
Yep.
I don't know.
Building a PC.
I know Jack about this kind of stuff, but he's like building his own computer.
Yep. Yep, that's it.
He's like ordered a bunch of parts, so we're just going out to go pick them up. I could have stayed at home, but I wanted to come along for a drive.
Yeah.
Just because it ends up being like a little activity. We're gonna go run these little errands. Okay, we have secured the goods.
Some of the goods.
Still have to come back, I think, on like Tuesday to pick up the rest of it, but you've nearly got all the parts then, right?
Then I've got to order like one more part that I'm waiting on to see what happens. To not bore everyone, they brought out a new part recently.
A graphics card.
And I'm
Whatever
waiting.
that does.
I'm waiting to see what happens with the prices for things.
Yeah, so I don't know, are we treating this like your birthday present?
I guess.
Yeah. So this is gonna be Nick's like birthday thing because your birthday is coming up in October and he's been wanting to do this forever. Yeah, Nick's a I don't even know what you call it. A
Windows person.
Windows person is PC. And it's like Apple versus
Well,
what do you call it? Apple versus Windows versus
Apple, and then you have literally every other.
everyone else.
Yeah.
See, I am easy. I just get Apple everything because it all integrates and it all looks pretty, but Nick is like dead set against anything that's
Because
Apple.
You.
And I agree though, because I feel like they've got a monopoly on things and they are so annoying. Like when they brought out everything that they've done with headphones, with the new computer, and nothing connects with anything anymore. Like it's all just a big like upsell to try and make you buy everything new every time.
Everything's got to be Apple branded or it doesn't work, and then everything is overpriced for what it is because you're paying for that Apple name brand.
I know, and I agree with all of these complaints, but at the same time, like it's just so much easier to just give in and buy into the Apple monopoly than it is to try and push against it. Plus, like, even in terms of like video editing and stuff, it's so much easier to use Final Cut Pro. I'm sure there's other great editing programs. I'm just like, it's just easier for me to stick with Final Cut.
If you're willing to learn, I could show you the way.
Okay, we are back home. Nick is setting up, oh my gosh, I don't know, there's like mess everywhere, just ignore the mess. Nick is setting up part of his monitor. Still to like literally build the entire thing, but it's a whole nother story. And we are gonna make a start on some lunch, although I have some very, very heartbreaking news. Our oven is dead. So the other day we went to go, I was like actually already in the middle of making food, like I cut up vegetables into a tray and then I went to flick it on and it seems to be dead. So we've told like our building manager person and they're gonna hopefully send somebody out to get that fixed, but I don't know how long that's gonna take. And if you guys have been watching the vlogs, then you would know that our lives revolve around using the oven because we eat like a lot of roast veggies. That's like one of our major dinner things. Like we always do like a big side of roast veg. So for the next like however long it takes to get this fixed, I'm thinking like this week at least, everything that we do is gonna have to be on the stove top. I'm thinking a lot of sauteed greens. So that's what we're gonna be doing. The only other problem is that our major carbs is usually like roasted sweet potato, but you know, this week we might have to do like mashed sweet potato, more of that kind of stuff. And I'm making lunch at the moment and I'm actually gonna do a little bit of white rice. Today we're gonna be having salmon and greens, which I feel like I probably already filmed like this whole thing because on Tuesday we did salmon and veg for dinner. Not that we'd usually have salmon like as a lunch thing, like salmon fillets. We usually do that kind of like, it's a bit fancy for lunch. We usually do that as a dinner, but we're going out for dinner tonight. So we're gonna use up whatever we've got in the fridge. So we're having salmon, rice, and some sauteed veg, typical us. And Nick is gonna do like a, what do you call it, Nick? The rice. Turmeric rice. So I'll show you at least that portion of our lunch today because that was something that he invented just the other day. Nick didn't like technically invent it. A lot of people do it, but super, super yummy way to prepare white rice. So I'll show you guys what we do. So Nicholas is going to show us all how to make his fancy turmeric rice. It's like a very aromatic rice.
Yes.
And it just looks really pretty too.
Yep. I'm just going to rinse the rice. So all we're really going to be doing is just cooking our white rice with some cardamom, clove, and turmeric.
So we got our cloves. Cardamom, I believe, is like the answer to everything. It tastes so good. And it like makes your rice like savory tasting. Does that even make sense? Like I feel like rice is already a savory thing, but it just makes it like extra savory, if that makes sense.
I've got the rice in there and then I'm going to do 2 times the amount of water to the amount of rice.
Nick is very anal about making rice. As you can see, we do not have a rice cooker, so we do everything like on the stove top, just because we don't want like too many appliances. But Nick is really anal about how the rice gets made because I always stuff it up and it ends up like...
The way I cook the rice, it's gonna be nice and moist, it's gonna be fluffy, and it's not gonna stick to the bottom of the pan.
He has like a whole method.
You do not open
He always gets angry at me because I open the lid.
You open the lid and then it doesn't cook because rice needs to steam.
And I like to check out how far it is.
I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 grains of salt. And there's no real measurement to this. It's just kind of a sprinkle in some turmeric, give it a stir, and then just kind of check the color. That will probably get us a nice lighter yellow. I normally put in about 3 cloves. and 3 cardamom pods. I'm just
You're
gonna
gonna
crack these a little.
Okay, but you're not gonna de-seed
I'm
them.
not gonna de-seed them. I'm gonna throw them in whole, but I am just gonna crack it so that it does.
Get in and
Yeah.
extract the deliciousness. Perfect.
And that's about it. We're gonna bring it to boil. Once it's boiling, you can leave the lid off when you bring it to boil if you want.
At this stage,
Or you can,
we're
like,
just
check it.
teaching you how to cook rice.
Yeah, and then once it's boiling, you bring it down to medium-low heat, and you cook it for about 10 minutes. 10-minute mark is the 1 cup. So if you're doing 3/4 cup, maybe slightly less. But yeah, about 10 minutes we're gonna cook it for. Then you'll turn it off. You'll leave the lid on the entire time. Once the stove is off, then you can like open it up after like 2 minutes. Ta-da!
Oh my god, it smells so good.
So the other thing that you probably want to do before you mix it up and everything is just pick out the cloves and
You
the
don't want to bite into a clove, but
cardamoms.
yeah, this is our turmeric
And
rice.
you can see how big they get once they've absorbed.
They're
all
like
the water.
rehydrated. Okay, so we have decided that we're going to eat lunch outside today. So we've got all of our fish, veggies, turmeric rice, and I've also got a kombucha. Yeah. And Billy's chilling over there. So we are going to a barbecue tonight, but I figured I would do like a little get ready with me. Not that I'm doing anything crazy. I've just had a shower a few hours ago and washed my hair because I was getting like those nasty little greasy bits, like especially if you have dark hair. I feel like as soon as it gets just like even a little bit oily, it's very visible. Anyway, I just had a shower and washed my hair. And it's mostly air dried, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little blow dry and then straighten it. And I'm gonna go ahead and I think tonight I'm gonna straighten my hair. You guys can probably tell through the videos that I almost always straighten my hair rather than curl my hair. And that is only because I am like incapable of doing a good job at curling my own hair. Whenever I try to do it, I don't know, sometimes I like the curls in the beginning, but then I feel like an hour later they're already dropping and they don't look as good. I like having more like big waves that aren't too poodly, as I like to say. The way that I straighten my hair is very not official, so I like to just grab these 2 front sections, then I tie them up. I don't do like a lot of sectioning. This is the extent of it, and straighten the back first and then come back around to the front. I know I look like really ridiculous right now. By the way, it's super sunny in this bathroom. I don't typically ever use this bathroom, even though it is the nicer bathroom. We always use the one that's like attached to the bedroom, which doesn't make sense because this bathroom is so nice. However, as I'm realizing now, it gets quite bad afternoon sun. I'm kind of sweating right now. So yeah, if you guys have any tips for like achieving that Pinterest wave, then let me know in the comments below. I'll have to try curling my hair one day in a get ready with me, and you guys can just critique me. Even though I feel like, especially with the balayage that I've gotten done, really curls do look the best. Really brings out like the underlayers and like all of the color that they've put in. Straightening is not kind of the best hairstyle to show off all of the color, but the scrunchie that I've got in today is actually by my sister's brand. So it's called Little Earth Linens, if you want to check it out. But she literally makes the best scrunchies in the best colors. So you've got like this kind of, I don't know what you call this color. It's like a burnt orange color. She also does a really nice mustard and like a dusty pink. But I just find like the whole color palette is really on trend and also just quite flattering with a lot of different skin tones. Truth truth is actually that I do prefer my hair wavy, but I don't really like my natural waves that much. Because my hair can be like a little bit frizzy. Sometimes looks like what I would call Hermione hair. Like that look like you just crawled out of the bushes or something. Okay, hair is pretty much all done. God, the lighting in this bathroom. Kind of a little bit blinding at times. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup. Pretty much just gonna be doing my everyday makeup routine, but I thought I might as well kind of bring you guys along. First product that I'm gonna be using is like CC Cream by Juice Beauty. Gives like a light amount of coverage. It doesn't like blast your face out, and it's got that real dewy kind of look. And then in terms of concealer, I'm just going to use my someone told me how to pronounce this, but I've already forgotten. KO Weiss foundation, but I'm going to use it as a concealer because it is pretty high coverage. So I'm just going to use like a tiny bit. I haven't got like any real blemishes going on, but as you can see, I do have like some pigmentation. My skin is really bad in terms of hyperpigmentation, so whenever I even get something that's tiny, it tends to turn into a pretty bad scar that takes ages to fade out. So recently I've actually just started using a tiny bit of prescription retinol on those areas. So I'll let you guys know if it speeds up the process. Retinol is just really good for increasing the rate of turnover of skin cells, especially if you've got the prescription stuff because it's pretty high potency. So yeah, I'm trying that just like on these scars, the sides of my cheeks. Camera died, but we are continuing on. I'm just gonna do my eyebrows next. And you guys all know I love this Eco Brow product. Next up, I'm just using my Lily Lolo brush, shade Life's a Peach. Again, I'm just using the Lily Lolo bronzer. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of highlighting with this Ear Perez. In terms of eyeshadow, I'm just going to do what I always do. Ilia palette. I am seriously running low of this color. I'm just like skimming the edges, but it's like a very shimmery color that I just like to put like on the inner part of my eye. Now I'll just use this like reddy shimmery color. This is a really bad idea to do this in here because I actually can't see a damn thing. But you know, we've already committed to this, so we're gonna see it through. And then I just use like this little pencil brush to do like the bottom part, just bring the color down. Come in with a big fluffy blending brush. Eyeshadow and face is done, and now I'm just gonna do eyeliner. I've just been recently doing, rather than doing my entire eye, which I've always done, I'm just doing like the outer third. Thanks TikTok for the advice. I'm gonna do this over here and I'll be back. Okay, so I have just done my eyeliner. I don't know, it's a little bit sunny, but I don't know if you can tell what I mean, but I've just been doing like the outer like third of my eye rather than bringing my eyeliner all the way in, which is actually really good for my eye shape because I don't have particularly big eyes or like a lot of eyelid. Like I have quite hooded eyes, I guess you would say. So sometimes when I do liner all the way in, it's kind of just like my eyelid is just completely black because there's not a lot of space to work on. So just doing that outer third I actually think looks a lot better, at least when the lighting is normal. So now I'm gonna put on some mascara. So I'm just using this one by Lily Lolo. And that is pretty much it. I'll do lips probably a bit later because I think everything's in my handbag. But that is the makeup all done. I am going to change out these earrings. So I bought these new ones from this brand called Sit and Wonder. Basically, they're just like whoop, these big and slightly smaller hoops, which is kind of nice because I have my seconds pierced now. I've been having a dilemma lately though, because as you can see, like all of my jewelry at the moment is all silver, but I've been kind of wondering if it would look better to have like yellow gold or like gold plated or whatever jewelry, like whether I just look better in general with gold rather than silver, like some dainty gold jewelry. But it's kind of hard when you've already invested in a lot of silver, and like because I have so many piercings right now, to like change over the color, unless you want to do mixed metals, but to change over to yellow gold now will be like quite an investment, just because you need to buy so many freaking earrings to like fill out your ear. Pretty much ready to go. So in terms of outfit today, I was wearing like this little crop top thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to swap this for a different shirt. Black skinny jeans, Doc Martens, and we're ready to go. I'm probably holding us up at this stage. Otherwise, I am going to sign off the vlog here. We're going to get going really soon. Nick, would you like to say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye.
We'll see you guys in our next vlog. If you enjoyed this one, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Really supports our channel. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and we will see you in our next vlog.